Now McManus on to kick this one off. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bust through the tackle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout. Oh, and now some space to operate.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 15. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Eluding the pressure right. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Fights off the defender. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. They'll roll him out right. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. And now they're in the hurry-up. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up second down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 42 yards. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, It's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
We get another look now at this Broncos offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Play action now. Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Bridgewater. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Able to get away. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
Three fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys add on.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 69 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, And a pretty good arm there, too.
Out to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Cowboys add on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would... yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboy. And he lost the football. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 40. Breaks through the contact. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Bridgewater finding Cortland Sutton. Touchdown throw, and the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action now. Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing, Prescott. Bulldozes past him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Prescott looks to throw on first. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. Steps away. A dump off to Elliott. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Woo! Ezekiel Elliott. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you, he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on second and 10.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Bridgewater on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Forced out to his, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Micah Parsons
getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Cowboys swarm in, and it's blocked. And not a bad setup here. They'll have the football at the 36.
So when I look at the scoreboard and realize they just blocked a punt with that type of a lead, how much of that was a called punt block, or how much of it was a breakdown, you think, by the team punting the ball?
You got to think a breakdown, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think someone just didn't fulfill their assignment and end up now in even worse position.
And now you can start the buses. I would say it's safe, right?
Rev them up, baby.
If they weren't started already. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Elliott. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so?
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb there to make the grab. And the Cowboys take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Deontay Spencer on the return.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And a loose football. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. And he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott finding the end zone yet again. And the Cowboys add on.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
1st down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he coughed it up, and the Cowboys have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Elliott.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Cowboys capitalize up. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Denver. He stiff-arms it. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Fielded at the 20.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's checked down to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. On 3rd down, it's Elliott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Room here to run. And he dives forward, and he is going to have the first down with that effort. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. The give is to Elliott. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A give to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they work this out past the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and inches, Bridgewater, throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
A first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.